Hi everyone, this is just a quick video to show you a bit more about our online library service MyON. It's a digital platform that has thousands of books readily available for your child to look at, and they can choose them based on their interest or their age range. It's a really great resource, so I'm going to show you quickly how to log on to it and what you can find once you're in. So first of all, you need to type in myon.co.uk into Google and it will bring you to a login page similar to this one. It'll ask you for your school name, so Dartford Primary Academy, and then a username and password. These are your child's username and password, which has been sent to you. Once you put those in and you click sign in, the first time you enter, it will show you a page like this, your interests page, and that's just to determine what your child is interested in, so it can recommend some books for them. You can click on these different buttons based on how interested you are on each of these topics. And then if you go to the top, there's a save button. When you click save, and then every other time you log in, it will take you straight to your home page. So this is your home page here. Children in Key Stage 1, so reception year 1 and year 2, do not need to worry about this bit at the top here. They don't need to connect anything, they can just ignore that bit for now. If you scroll down further, it shows you your reading meter and how long you've spent reading. So it just adds up how many minutes you've spent reading, how many books you've finished, and how many pages you've read. So quite handy just to keep an eye on what you've been up to. And then when you have suggested your interests, it will recommend books for you based on those down here. Now, to find all the books that are available to you, if you scroll back up to the top and click on library, you can click on recommended. And again, that will show you all the books that are recommended for you based on your interests. If you want to have a look at some other books, you can click on browse, and that will show you books by category. It's all about me, animals, loads of different categories here. So I'm going to choose animals. And then again, there's different types of animals, so I'm going to choose dinosaurs. And it'll show you all the books available about dinosaurs. Now, it's very important to remember this is an online library, a bit like our library at school, and your children were taking home one book a week to encourage reading for pleasure. They might not have been able to read those books, the words might be very tricky, but it's really to encourage them to read for pleasure, find something they're interested in and find out about it. So these books are really good to share with your child so that they can read alongside you or you can read it to them. Don't expect that they can read these books by themselves, but instead it really builds that love of reading and develops on their interests. Now, when you hover over a book, it gives you lots of different options to read, to find out more information, to add it to your list to find afterwards, and then you don't need to worry about this quiz at the moment. Now, if I wanted to find some more information, I would click on here. And it just brings up a separate window about the pages, how long it might take you, and what people have rated it so far. Or you can hover over the books and, like I said, add it to your list so you can find it next time. But I'm going to click on read. Okay, so I'm going to start this book. And I can share it with my adult or share it with somebody by clicking through the arrows and read it at my own pace. However, there's lots of different features to help me if I wasn't sure what a word said or if I couldn't read the words, and one of those is to play the audio. And you can go to settings over here and you can see how quick you want it. It'll show you the annotations and it will highlight the sentences as it goes. And then over here, this play button, if you play it,
how do we know dinosaurs lived?
It will read it to you.
We know dinosaurs lived from fossils. Fossils are the remains of plants and animals preserved as rock.
And then if I want to stop it, I just click that button again. So it will read through it for me. I can listen as it highlights each word. Another really exciting feature is if I was reading it myself but I wasn't sure what a word meant, I could click on a particular word and it will give me some different options. I could view it in the dictionary to tell me exactly what it means, and I could hear how it's pronounced. Or I could start reading from this point or read this particular
Fossils.
word. I'll show that again.
Fossils.
So if I was reading through it myself and trying really hard, but I came to a word I wasn't quite sure of, there's lots of different ways that I could get around that. So it's a really good feature. Or I could continue clicking through the book and reading it at my own pace. At the end, it'll tell you how many pages you read and how quickly you read it, and you can click I've finished this book. It'll then bring you to a page like this one, and you can rate it and give it a little review if you want to, and then that just goes towards when someone else reads the book, they can see what their friends thought. It's a really good way of getting the children to explain about the story and what they liked and what maybe they didn't like. And then you can save the review, and it'll bring you back to this page here. Now, it's very important to remember, like I said, that these books may be a bit tricky for your children to read by themselves, but there are a lot of different ways to overcome this, including those features that help you read specific words, and you can share the book yourself with them, encourage them to read the parts they might know. There is also another really good feature online, and this is the news button at the top. So you can click on the news button, and it'll give you a list of current newspapers that have been specifically designed for children. So they have a positive spin on the news, and they just update the children on what might be happening around them. You can just click into these and read them as well. It's just another exciting feature, allowing the children to read more than just storybooks as well. Now, I really hope this has been useful. I really hope you have fun exploring this resource, and if you have any questions, then let us know. Thank you for listening.